Shahid here, good opportunity. It's always a good opportunity being on these cards. It's not going to be easy for him though. Let's not make any bones about it. But he has more experience. He can punch. So let's see what he can do. And let's see he's on stage now with Jamie Ward.
Okay, Fazan, how good is this? Listen, it's one thing being here. Just tell us what this opportunity means to you. A massive chance to change your life by beating Mikey Talon on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for someone like me. I'm grateful. You know, thank you to Ekow Essuman and everyone behind the scenes, and I appreciate it, yeah.
And your last fight was at the Cedar Court Hotel in Bradford. Slightly different vibes on Saturday night in front of 60,000 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. For you, though, how much is it about not just getting caught up in the occasion, but here to do a job as well?
Yeah, of course. As you all know, I'm a massive underdog. So, you know, I'm the, obviously, B-side, so I'm taking this opportunity seriously, so let's go.
What do you know about Mikey Talon?
Don't get wrong, he's a great fighter. You know, he's a great, you know, he's unbeaten, so it's going to be a great fight. I can promise you that.
Top man for Hearn. We wish you the very best of luck on Saturday night. Thomas, back to you.
And now let's welcome from Liverpool, England, undefeated with 10 wins, 1 win by knockout. Here is Mikey the Omen Talon.
Very much the Omen. I mean, this guy's a bit of a nightmare in the ring. Fights one way, and that one way is 100 miles per hour, Barry. A lot of people are very excited about him in that Liverpool area. Chance for him to shine here.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And these Ring Magazine cats do that, don't they? They pick a prospect and give him the opportunity to be on the big stage and hopefully perform to go on to bigger and better things.
All right, let's see what he has to say. He's on stage with Jamie Ward.
Okay, Mikey, welcome to Fight Week. Welcome to the Grand Arrivals. Look, just a few nights away now from the grandest of stages, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Eubank Jr too. Just tell the world what this opportunity means to you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank His Excellency Turkey for giving me another massive opportunity on the back of a good performance in Vegas. So hopefully put on another great performance Saturday and get the win and see where we go from there.
Listen, it's early days, but you are 10-0. But what is the dream? Standing here now on the biggest stage for you so far, no doubt you'll look back on this whole week. But asking you this week, what is the dream for Mikey Talon?
Just to win in a good style and show everyone what I'm about and what I can do and put my name out there.
What do you know about the man in front of you on Saturday night?
Not much. I'll leave that side to Joe and the team and listen to the instructions.
Top man, Mikey. Wish you the very best of luck on Saturday. Thank you. Over to you, Thomas.
Our next 2 fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant British and Commonwealth Super Welterweight Championships. Let's first welcome the challenger from Leeds, Yorkshire, England. His professional record, 14 wins, 3 defeats. 6 of his 14 wins come by way of knockout. Here is Ishmael, the Black Panther Davis.
You know what, Darren? That's almost surprising just hearing his knockout record there, because every time I see him, he's so powerful and strong in the ring. I always thought if he sits on his shots a bit more, that knockout percentage could go up.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Look, he's a work in progress. You've got to remember, very, very limited amateur pedigree, learning on the job, so that can come, that would develop, and that I think 2 fights ago against Kevin Ajarko, it was a great fight, wasn't it? It was epic. Could have gone either way. He got the knockdown in the last, didn't he? But this man, as we said before, willing to fight anybody.
Yeah, a lot of people thinking this could be fight of the night. Let's hear from Ishmael Davis with Jamie Ward.
Okay, Ishmael, here we go. Again, I mean, we're almost getting tired of saying that when it comes to Ishmael Davis. No stranger to the biggest of stages, Wembley Stadium, Windsor Park, and now here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Despite the setbacks, what is it that always encourages you to never be discouraged on your track?
Listen, we're here to fight, man, and that's what I love doing. So Saturday is redemption. Saturday is a chance for me to let everyone know that this is actually the level a level I'm at.
Seems respectful so far between you and Sam Gilley, but what has to be the attitude and the intentions for you to go home with the belts on Saturday night?
Look, just like sparring, you know, before you get to a sparring session, you're cool, but then when you get in there, you're taking each other's heads off. So obviously he's giving me respect, I give him respect. You know, when a man respects you, you got to respect him back. But Saturday night, the British title's coming with me.
Listen, just from speaking to people here at the start of fight week, many people picking this out to potentially steal the show and be fight of the night. When you look at the two styles, why do you think that is?
Listen, everyone knows what I bring, and we've seen what Sam brings, so, you know, get ready for a big fight, get your popcorn out.
Just finally, when you think about the journey you've had in life, Ishmael, certainly come up a harder route than most. If you can leave Tottenham Hotspur Stadium British and Commonwealth champion, how proud do you think you'd be?
That's just the end of the beginning for me, and then it's time to skyrocket. So listen, I'm taking it seriously. It means a lot to me. It means it's bigger than just the British title for me. You know, my kids, my family, and I'm ready to shine.
And Ish, wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Thomas Schreiber, back to you.
And now let's welcome from Walthamstow, London, England. His professional record, 18 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw, 9 of his 18 wins by knockout. Let's welcome the reigning and defending Commonwealth Super Welterweight Champion, Sam Magic Man Gilley.
Sam Gilley, just the 1 defeat. Now, remember, we were ringside when he was so disappointed in his last performance, a draw. And I think Barry's right. A bit earlier in the show, he said, this guy can fight. He really can. He can box as well. I mean, he's almost a complete package. We just need to know if he can go that other level.
Yeah, and I think he'll be intrigued to find this out as well. Yeah, he's tough, he's game, he can box, throws a lovely double left hook upstairs and drops it downstairs. Yeah, a good fighter, tough man.
Okay, Sam, listen, massive smile on your face. I guess Wednesday night, the chance to add the British title to your Commonwealth collection at the home of Tottenham Hotspur, a huge Tottenham Hotspur fan. When you're painting a dream scenario, I guess it's pretty close.
By a mile, mate. And whoever done that music, I owe you some money, because that was unreal. But yeah, no, this is a dream come true. Even being in an event like this, I'm so used to your call, so this is a pinch yourself moment for me, so I'm incredibly happy to be here.
Ishmael Davis has gained a great reputation in the sport of boxing over the last year and a half, 2 years, for the throwback attitude, saying yes to every challenge. What do you respect about him as a fighter?
Mate, before I got matched with him, I was an Ishmael Davis fan. Like, how can you not? Like, the geezer gets in there, home away, at last minute, whatever, he gets in there and puts on a good fight every single time. So, like, mate, I've got the perfect dance partner. Big respect for him, but it's time to go to work.
What do you see being the big difference between the two of you in the ring, though?
This is destiny, mate. This is my home. I'm not walking away without them belts.
Love it. Sam Gilley, wish you the very best of luck. What a fight this is. Back to you, Thomas Schreiber.
It will be the big boys of boxing. Our next 2 fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Heavyweight Championship. Let's first welcome from Brighton, England, undefeated with 16 wins, 9 of his 16 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Tommy Hellboy Welch.
Tommy Welch has been asking for a name, asking for a step up. Obviously, look, the son of the great Scott Welch, he's got it. He's got it in Richard Riakporhe, who is a name. This is a fight going seriously under the radar, and I feel like both guys wanting to crack that top 10 heavyweight division. This is an opportunity for both.
Yeah, it is, and Tommy's a good boxer. You'll look at them both and you'll just think, oh, the size difference. Riakporhe looks huge, but Tommy is massively underrated. Lots of skill, and very, very tough.
Tommy, welcome to Fight Week. Big smile on your face there, making your way onto the red carpet. You come from fighting family, of course, with your dad Scott, much like both sides of the main event. 2 fighters you know well. You were there as a fan in April. How does it feel to be there as a fighter on Saturday night?
I mean, look at this setup. We're in the game for these nights, and Saturday I'm going to take with both hands, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You've been measured, build your way up nicely to 16-0, but what is this your big chance to show the world on the big stage?
I come here unknown, and I will leave unforgotten.
Quick word on Richard Riakporhe, second fight for him in the blue ribbon division up at heavyweight. He said when the fight was first announced and made, he wasn't too sure if he'd heard of Tommy Welch. How do you believe he is looking at you as a challenge ahead of this weekend?
Listen, the guy's a fighter. You know, we're all in the same game. I'm sure he's prepared well. I hope he brings his best because I'm bringing my best.
Tommy, wish you the very best of luck on Saturday night. Thomas, back to you.
And now let's welcome, from Walworth, London, England, his professional record, 18 wins, just 1 defeat. 14 of his 18 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard the Midnight Train Riakporhe.
I have to admit, I thought when I first saw Richard, it was a face-off between him and Lawrence Okoli, and I was like, he might be undersized for the heavyweight division. He probably still is, but he's grown. I can see him now. He does look like a guy 16 and a half, 17 stone. Who knows? He can punch, he can bang, he could be an interesting addition.
And it could be the second coming of Richard Riakporhe. You know, this weight will suit him, I feel. A big puncher, and moving up the heavyweight will just help him detonate more power into the shots.
Okay, Richard, second fight up at heavyweight. When you look at the transition you've made over the last 12 months, how's the body feeling?
Feeling amazing. It's amazing. Honestly, it feels like a cheat code. This is the first time I come into 5 weeks with me feeling my legs underneath me. Prior to that, man, it was crazy. I didn't know how I did it.
Listening to interviews, seems like it's all coming together under trainer Billy Nelson, who's been on a good run as well, by the way. Does this feel like a new phase, not just for you in the ring and how you're feeling up at heavyweight, but away and in the gym and away from boxing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have guys, stablemates like Okoli in there, doing so many rounds, learning so much, working on simple things, because what I realize in this game is the simplicity of it that takes you further.
After the big names at heavyweight to make a statement, and you hadn't heard necessarily of Tommy Welch. Now we're here fight week. What do you know about the man that's in front of you as a challenge?
He's here for a reason, and I don't want any street. You know, I take all my and I respect everybody that jumps in the ring, especially with myself.
Richard,
every time I fight, it's always a statement, always.
Top man, wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Riakporhe, thank you, great fighting. Back to you, Thomas Tribe.
Our next 2 fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBO Intercontinental Super Lightweight Championship. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Duarte, California, USA. He brings a professional record of 18 wins, just 1 defeat. 16 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Kurt Scoby.
Barry, I think this is an incredible replacement for Zaya Abdullayev. Kurt Scoby is a powerful puncher. He's known to a lot of the Zone subscribers in America, fights on the OSX cards over there. This is a tough fight for Azim.
I think it is, yeah. You know, like Scoby just whole setup. You know, got really good balance. Okay, I mean, he might not have the fastest of hands, but he has great timing in that right hand and his power in it as well. So I tell you something, if he can get to Azim early and crack him with a good shot, he's got a good chance here.
Kurt, enjoyed the energy this week that we've seen from you already so far, and it's only Tuesday. You said that there's no such thing as a short notice fight when you live in the gym, so when the call came to step in to fight Azim, why was it such an easy decision?
Alhamdulillah, I was made for this and I prayed for it. I'm ready for it all.
What do you believe makes you different, Kurt, to the 13 men that Azim has faced so far in a professional ring?
They didn't come to win. I'm here to win. Again, I'm here to win.
And just finally, he's highly regarded as one of the best young prospects in British boxing. How might life change for Kurt Scoby if you can win on Saturday night?
If you need to correct yourself.
Well, we'll say when. We'll speak it into existence from your perspective.
Yeah, we speak things into existence. So, alhamdulillah, inshallah, all goes well for Kurt Scoby.
And how might life change when you beat Azim from your perspective?
My life has already changed once I accepted Allah in my life. So, alhamdulillah, all is great. Victory is mine.
Okay, Kurt, wish you the very best of luck on Saturday night. I'll stay on your good side, I think, this week anyway. Thomas, back to you.
And now let's welcome from Slough, England, undefeated with 13 wins, 10 of his 13 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Adam the Assassin Azim.
Big fan of this young man, Darren, and you forget he still is a young man, right? He's climbing up the rankings. Obviously, look, we want to see eventually the Dalton Smith fight, but there's so much to like about what this guy does in the ring.
It is ridiculously talented. The speed that he possesses is world class. I've no doubt about that. The way he's going through his opponent is spectacular, and he'll be looking to do that again on Saturday night, I'm sure.
Adam, good to see you. Welcome to Fight Week, a big stage for you to show your skills on Saturday night. Just tell the world at the first opportunity this week what this opportunity does mean to you.
This is a massive opportunity, massive. You know, I've got a very good opponent in front of me. He can give me all the logic, all the talk, but it's not going to help him on Saturday night.
He says no one you've faced so far has come to win. What do you make of his energy and what he's been saying so far this week?
I'm just ignoring it. Like, that's a bit of childish behaviour. Look, alhamdulillah, I'm put in this position for a reason. Inshallah, I'll get the win on Saturday night. And you know what? I'm going to spend some quality time with my family. That's it.
And listen, self-belief's a wonderful thing, a very important thing in the world of boxing. But why do you believe his self-belief just won't be enough against you on Saturday?
Well, he can keep doing the talking, but this can be a really good performance on Saturday night.
Setting up a massive year as well. When you look at where you are positioned at 140 pounds right now, so many huge fights on the horizon for Adam Azim.
100%. After I beat him, you know, I'll be calling Devin Haney out.
Okay, don't mind that at all, Adam. Wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. We'll get you to leave this way, Adam. That one's building nicely already, isn't it? Back to you, Thomas Triber. It's only Tuesday, by the way.
Our next two fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBO Global Welterweight Championship. Let's first welcome the defending champion from Nottingham, England. His professional record, 22 wins, just 1 defeat, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Ekow Essuman.
The Engine, perfect nickname to describe a man that just simply doesn't stop, whether it be 10 or 12 rounds, and we saw that, Darren, in his last performance against Josh Taylor. Josh started well, but just couldn't keep up with the Engine.
It's incredible, it really is. He's just non-stop, but there's thought in his work. He's not reckless with it. A very capable fighter who still believes that he's got plenty left in the tank. It's incredible, and yeah, this one sets up nicely. It really does for a fantastic fight on this already incredible undercard.
Okay, Ekow, welcome to Fight Week. Listen, when you look at the year you've had so far, coming off a career best win against the former undisputed world champion in Josh Taylor, straight into chief support at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, not been a bad year so far, has it?
Yeah, not been a bad year at all, but I asked for those opportunities, so here I am, taking them and getting them.
That momentum you have right now, how important do you think that is going to be, the confidence you have from that Josh Taylor fight going into this new challenge against Jack Catterall?
Yeah, it's great momentum, and yeah, I just take it all in and keep rolling with it.
As a fighter, look, he's changed trainers, he's relocated over to America, he's not been too happy with the 2 showings he's given us in 2025. Are you expecting a completely different Jack Catterall? What is the big expectation for you this weekend?
It's not really for me to worry about what's in his head, what he's doing and trying. That's up to him. I've been focusing on being the best Ekow Essuman and bringing forward more of my alter egos in the ring, so you guys are going to see something nice and special.
Just finally, Ekow, what do you see being the difference between you and Jack? I just said the same thing to Adam Azim, huge fights on the horizon, but this time for you at welterweight, what do you see being the difference?
I've just got more. I've just got more.
Don't mind that at all. Ekow Essuman, wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Great fight this is with Jack Catterall, one half of your chief support. Back to you, Thomas Triber.
And now let's welcome the challenger from Chorley, Lancashire, England. His professional record, 31 wins, 2 defeats, 13 wins come by way of knockout. Here is Jack Elgato Catterall.
Jack Catterall, a man that many should have been undisputed at 140 pounds. That story's now done. He's now at 147 and he's looking to chase down the champions. He has a very tough task in front of him though, Barry.
He does, but he's at the stage of his career where it's a must-win. Darren said he has to look good. I think he's right, but he has to win. He has the ability, does he still have the desire?
Okay, Jack, welcome to Fight Week. Look, new beginnings for you, a new trainer in Bosie Ennis, but are we foolish, like I just said to Ekow there, to expect a completely different version of Jack Catterall on Saturday night?
Yeah, listen, at 32 years old, after the amount of fights I've had, you're not going to see a completely different fighter, but it's about them small adjustments, a fresh set of eyes, and I'm excited for Saturday now.
When you look at where you are positioned right now, what is Ekow Essuman in the way of in terms of what Jack Catterall still wants to achieve in the sport of boxing?
Yeah, there's some huge fights, obviously, them world titles, we're after them world titles, but I know a win on Saturday puts me one step closer to them titles.
You've been in with some of the best names, Jack, at 140, and now you're chasing the big names at welterweight as well. Just asked Ekow there, what's the difference? And he said, I've just got more. When you look at the levels you've operated at, where do you put Ekow Essuman on paper?
Ekow's a good fighter, a solid fighter, but I'm levels above him. I'm going to show that Saturday night.
Jack, top man, wish you the best of luck on Saturday night. Chief support, Jack Catterall versus Ekow Essuman. Back to you, Thomas Triber.
That's a good one, isn't it? Chief Support's a fantastic one. Jack Catterall versus Ekow Essuman. It's a great card on Saturday as well. But I think the best card of the year comes your way, November 22nd, Ring 4.
Live, only on DAZN, November 22nd, the Ring 4. In boxing, gold is everything. And on this night, every fight feels like a main event. David Benavidez, the undefeated Mexican monster, defends against Anthony Yarde, London's heavy hitter, a warrior who's gone toe-to-toe with the best and has the power to end anyone's night early. But the action doesn't stop there. Devin Haney, a two-weight undisputed king, chases history in yet another division versus Brian Norman Jr., the undefeated champ. While Bam looks to unify more of his division if he can break Fernando Martinez. Plus, Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes clash at lightweight for the WBO title. This is more than a fight night. It's 4 world titles in 4 different divisions. It's the night of the champions. The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch only on DAZN.
Incredible fight card, it really is. That Ring 4 card, I mean, they just said everything. I don't need to add to it, but honestly, I think fight card of the year. And then look at this one, December 27th. They're on the same card, they're so close. Nakatani and Inoue. Inoue takes on Picasso. If he wins, if Nakatani wins, then we're promised that those two are going to get it on in the new year. And Serrano back already after that defeat to Katie Taylor. She takes on Cruz 2. All that coming up on DAZN in the next couple of months. All right, great to have this man with us. You just heard him on stage. He joined us in studio, that man, Adam Azim. Kurt Scoby.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Abdullayev.
Yeah.
That couldn't happen for whatever reason. Kurt Scoby steps in. I think, because of what Kurt's doing now, a tougher fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, both of them are very tough fights. You know, Abdullayev is no joke itself as well. He's fought in Devin Haney, he's fought Linares, he's fought in Ray. So he had a good resume. Kurt Scoby, good opponent, very dangerous as well, but I feel like Abdullayev was the more harder fight. But I'm not looking past Kurt Scoby because he's in the way for me for winning a world title.
A bit of trash talk as well between you and Kurt. I mean, you're not one to trash talk.
Yeah.
I would say more from Kurt's angle, you've got to retaliate. What would you make of that? You're not really used to that. No one really does that.
To be fair, like, we had a bit of altercation yesterday.
I heard about that.
In the reception, so he come up to my face and I said to him, what are you going to do about it? I just said to him, like, but he can make all these faces, he can trash talk, but it's not going to help him on Saturday night.
Adam, I know on yourself, are you surprised at all at the rate and the way you're dispatching of your opponents?
Yeah, everything's going really well. Like the momentum, unfortunately, I'm not this year, due to the fights that I got cancelled in June, and then obviously I've got a better opportunity right now. I'm fighting on obviously the Conor Benn Eubank, so it's a bigger platform now. So I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Speaking about happen for a reason, I mean, everything's timing in this sport. You've come into a division recently in the last couple of years, which is latent full of talent. But Dalton Smith gets a chance for the world title in January. Is that the fight you prefer, or is Devin Haney the guy you're aiming for?
To be fair, I only said that just to get get his reaction. But to be fair, look, I want Dalton Smith to beat him. He's got a really tough fight coming up. I wish him the best of luck. I actually want him to win. It'll be a bigger fight for both of us. Hopefully I do my job on Saturday. He does his job. I win a world title. He wins a world title. It'll make a big, massive British showdown. But I'm not looking past Kurt Scoby, and I wish Dalton the best of luck.
It must make it exciting for you, though, Adam, because you're in a division which not just has big names, but it's got big fights as well. Normally you just have a division with big fights where there aren't big money fights. You're in a division where there are big names and big money fights.
Yeah, of course.
That must be exciting for 2026.
100%. Like, you know, obviously, like I said before, I've not been very active, but I'm going to be very active. I've got a fight, this fight coming up. I've got another fight scheduled for January, February time, just before Ramadan. And I've got another fight in May, so which is going to be on BBC after that and after this one.
Always going to stay at 140. I'm looking at you, and I know this is a big jacket, but you're looking like a big boy.
Yeah, I'm saying
still
140.
Comfortable at 140?
I'm comfortable at 140. I'm on making it hard. So.
What do you guys make of Kurt Scoby? Again, maybe little known to the UK market, but Darren, well known.
Yeah, a capable fighter. He's good, he's physically strong, can obviously punch. So Adam, look, he's already speaking there, he switches on, focus, and you know you're going to have to be. Yeah. How great, though, it must be for you to be a part of this. I was watching the Conor Benn Eubank fight the other day, and you're sat there ringside, and now you're a part of this big card.
Of course, yeah, it's massive. Like, it's, you know, everything's a blessing. And, you know, straight after I smash up Kurt Scoby, I watch the Eubank and Benn #2, so I was at the first one. So for me to fight on the, you know, on the big stage like this is a big opportunity for me.
And all injury free now? I know you've suffered with that in the past, but you're all training going well.
All injury free, you know, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm thriving in the gym, and you know, this is another day in the office.
Do you want to see this? The biggest neck in the division, by the way.
Actually, it's a very big neck. And another look as well. Do you want to see this? We've got sort of images of you, videos of you KOing people. I mean, not that you need to get anything to get you pumped for Saturday, but this will. Because it's the speed, it's the power as well. I mean, look at that. Left foot, right foot, the kid's got everything.
It is the speed, Adam. Like, have you always been ridiculously fast, or is it something you've worked on?
Do you know what? I think I've been blessed with speed. Like, my dad used to get me weights on my hands and make me punch the boxing bag to get my speed up. So I've been naturally very fast. So this is why, you know, a lot of fighters struggle with me because of my speed. So, but with speed comes with power as well.
I tell you what's going to be really beneficial for you is that you stayed around the European level for like 2 or 3 fights.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, no one does that anymore. Yeah. And that just gives you that just to learn, a bit more confidence to learn, because you're so young.
Of course, yeah.
Now you're stepping up the world level.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had that experience at the level where most people bypass.
Yeah.
And I think, if you do win the world title, which I'm sure you will, and you do have longevity, that will help the grounding so much to keep that belt.
Of course, 100%. Like, my opportunity will come to win a world title. I'm not rushing either, but you know, all the fights I've had before, Conor Davis, Sergio Lipnes, even Aaron Fanyan was a very difficult fight on my 8th fight, so I've got the experience now, and now obviously it's another day in the office on Saturday, I feel like.
Adam, top man, thank you so much for joining us. Go home and rest up. All right, so much has been made about Conor Benn versus Eubank Jr, but we know the real story is Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn. Take a look at this.
Massive characters, so different, polar opposites. They're the perfect dance partners. You're either Team Chris or you're Team Nigel.
There was no in between.
Here you had two diametrically opposed individuals. On the one hand, the kid from East London streets, attitude, violent. Nigel Benn would walk into my office and I would never know if he was going to try and hit me or burst into tears and sob like a baby. Completely unpredictable.
Nigel Benn was my favourite fighter growing up. Fierce outside the ring, fierce inside the ring. His nickname was the Dark Destroyer, and I think he embodied that. There's almost this scare factor with him. He's the kind of guy you wouldn't want to see down a dark alley.
He would scream every time he knocked somebody out, like he wanted to beat him up again.
On the other side, you have Eubank. He would dress in exotic clothes purely because he knew it would get him front page on the tabloids.
The perception was that Eubank was the cocky, arrogant one. You know, the showman with the big truck.
What I saw was a physical specimen that had put in a lot of work. He was the master of technique. Nigel Benn was the master of violence.
I just want to go in here and throw hell for leather at him. Not boxing. Don't want to stand up there and box. I want to go in and have a fight with him. That was my attitude.
Eubank, initially, most people hated him because of his attitude. It was like, who do you think you are? He walked around like an English country gentleman. He upset a lot of people. But they all bought a ticket to watch him coming, hoping he'd get beat.
My father was the underdog, the great pretender at the time, the guy that people thought was a bit of a hype job.
Over a period of time, they began to appreciate the enigma that was Christopher Livingston Eubank.
We just clashed. We were just so different, me and Chris.
Nigel Benn did have a lot of hatred for my father, and it showed.
My dad couldn't stand seeing you.
still has to have a lot of patience with him to this day, so I completely get it.
Nigel Benn was so destructive, and that's what he brought to the ring, a very different kind of style to Chris Eubank, and that was one of the most important components of this whole rivalry.
You don't get more of a beef in boxing than you had with my father and Nigel Benn.
Grand arrivals, unfinished business, and it's unfinished business between those two, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. We're going to see both men step on stage in a matter of moments. Joining us in the studio is Jack Catterall, who's now with Bozy Ennis. That still feels weird for me to say. I remember when Callum Smith first went to Buddy McGirt, and he spoke about how Buddy just kind of unwrapped everything he was doing, and it was quite humbling. But what's it been like for you being out in America, someone looking at your style for the first time and just giving you pointers?
Yeah, it's been nice to have some fresh eyes on the job, so it's been good. I'm in a new environment now with new fighters and new coaches, and they may be seeing things in a different light to other people, so it's been good, and my back's been against the wall. I'm out there and I've got something to prove, so it's been good.
How hard was it to leave someone and a team that you've known for 10 years? It's more than just trainers, they're like family. How difficult was that decision to make?
Yeah, and they still are family, and the way it got explained and the way it is this decision's a business decision. It's nothing personal, so, but like after that 8-10 year relationship, it becomes difficult, but I've only had support from Jamie and Nigel with my decision going forward, so it's nice.
And the sacrifice, Jack, it obviously shows bundles of ambition. How much is left, do you believe?
Yeah, there's a lot left. I feel reinvented. I've had 8-10 weeks in America. Like you said, big sacrifices. I had a baby son the week before I left to go away, so it's been hard, but that's how serious I am. I feel good. I've been training hard, and I'm excited for this challenge on Saturday.
And do you think it is a challenge for you on Saturday? Because you've been, you should be undisputed champion of the world, of course. We all thought that, but you've been there, and Kurt hasn't quite been there yet, and he's on the way, and he's a massively improved fighter. But do you think? Are you at Ekow? Sorry, do you think that Ekow's trying to get out that domestic level? Is your mind on it that you're thinking you're much better than him, or do you think it's still a test that you're going to...
No, I've got the challenger mindset. I know Ekow's a threat. He's a serious fighter, and people have been telling me, oh, he's just going to come forward in straight lines, and that he does stuff that maybe the general public don't see. He's a slick fighter. Yeah. I've got my work out Saturday, but I'm serious about it. I'm ready for it.
Does the goal remain? Is it still to become a world champion?
100%. That is the goal. And I know, without looking past Saturday, a victory Saturday puts me one step closer to them world titles next year.
This was Ekow Essuman versus Josh Taylor. You had Ekow in for sparring, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you guys are used to each other. Was you surprised by Ekow's performance? Did you expect this to play out the way it played out?
You know what, I thought Taylor started good in the first 4 rounds, but I set the blueprint for him, so he should thank me really. I finished him off the fight before, but I was happy for Ekow that night. We went out there as the underdog and do what he needed to do, so hats off to him, but that wasn't the Taylor that I had in 1 and 2.
No, I think we can all agree with that. You know, when you look at the 147 division, I mean, a lot of people, maybe rightly or wrongly, you can answer this and say it's probably the weakest in terms of champions. Do you look at it and think, one second, if I get past Ekow, I can get on with Rolly Romero tomorrow, Barrios tomorrow, Crocker tomorrow. Do you look at those and think these are avenues to a world title shot immediately?
Yeah, that's what's so good about the welterweight division. You've got 4 individual champions. You've got Barrios, you would say he's not the strongest champion. Rolly, these are all fights. We've got Devin Haney fighting next week against Brian, so that's a good fight. Crocker, another in-house matchroom fight to be made, so there's a lot of good fights to be made.
Do you feel that this is the... I know you're chasing a world title, but no... Have you put it to bed what happened?
A long time ago.
It's not easy to do, mind that. No, to think that I should have been this, and that baggage to stay with you.
But I've not got it, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the world title, 100%.
I love that.
How do you deal with the outside noise, Jack? And you would have heard it, the Harlem Eubank performance, Arnold Barboza, which wasn't your best, and a lot of people predicted you to win that. How do you shut that down and say, okay, no, I just need to concentrate on what I'm doing, and we'll get it done. We'll get it done correct, because you've got all the tools. Everyone knows that. We've always known that. How do you silence that kind of noise and the doubt?
You know what, I don't think you can teach that. I surround myself with good people. I've got a good family. I've got a good network of people to speak to, and that's just noise to the side. I know what I've got to do. I'm quite confident in myself and the job that I'm doing, and there's one job here, and that's to beat Ekow on Saturday night.
Before I let you go, main event, Eubank versus Benn. You would have watched the first one, which was an incredible matchup, right? I mean, it was the fight of the year, wasn't it? How do you see it playing out again?
You know what, this time round, I think the fight, I mean, it's got to take us so much out of both fighters, but you would think that he's took more out of Chris, and I feel like Conor this time, we take the emotions out of it, and he's going to go in there, and I believe Conor's going to do it on Saturday.
Oh, I like it. Everyone's going either ways, which shows it's a good fight. Jack, honestly, good luck in your fight against Ekow Essuman. Obviously, it's not just Jack that's got a new trainer by his side. Chris Eubank Jr. has got Bomac back as well. This is a little peek of Chris Eubank Jr. with Bomac.
Come on, dig into that soul, Chris. Come on, show the that you want this partner. Show the that you dig.
This is my first full camp in Dubai. I've actually, I've wanted to train out here more consistently for a long time. It's the perfect environment. The gyms are amazing, the nutrition, the food, the sun. As long as you don't get distracted with all the distractions of Dubai, I think it's an amazing place to kind of focus and hone your skills in the fight world.
Beautiful. Work the roll. Work the roll. Camp is going pretty good. I'm excited about his progress, what he's doing in camp, how good he's listening to the coaches. The different thing about this camp is that he trusts the coaches more than he did the first time we worked. You can see it, you can see how he's listening, you can see the way he's working, so that's always gratifying to the coach. He said he's the best at 160 and he's going to show it. Then we're coming after those champions, so y'all better hide y'all belt. Because just not only Chris coming to get it, I'm coming to get it too.
Bomac is a very intense and an emotional human being when it comes to boxing, when it comes to training fighters, and I love it. You know, everything he was saying and doing, it's real and it's right. The things he's not just blowing smoke. You know, the things he's saying, if you're actually listening to what he's saying, it's real. It's the truth.
Get it! Get it! Come on, push yourself! Push yourself, son! Here we go! Go! Come on, keep it up! Keep it up! 4, 3, 2, cover!
Yeah, that's the only difference from the first fight to this fight, right? The addition of Bomac. Jonathan Banks, who I think is a really good trainer, has been replaced by Bomac, who I guess gave maybe Chrissy's best performance ever against Liam Smith the second time round. Yeah. So why not revisit that coach if he's available?
I think so, but I think Chris Eubank is so long in the tooth now that I don't think that you can really change what he does. I just think, and even instructions in the corner, I think he's so used to thinking for himself that you can make a difference, of course. But I think once the fight happens, and I think all fighters, if you can't think for yourself, you can win a championship. You can be a good fighter. So, and because he's so used to doing that, I think once the fight comes, he'll do what he wants to do anyway. But it can hurt him, right? That's for sure. You've got a guy that trains arguably the greatest fighter on the planet right now. So that involvement can only be a good positive thing for Chris.
Is that almost Chris tipping his cap to Conor to say, I need to get Bomac in here? Like everything was right and I now need to get Bomac. Is that almost like Chris admitting to the world that Conor was actually good on fight night and I need to go out there and get the best trainer I possibly can get?
Well, he did say it, didn't he? He said he underestimated Conor and maybe he thinks to himself, yeah, I do need to be at my best here. I think he responds well when he has a coach, a new coach, Chris Eubank. We see with Roy Jones, he got behind the jab, started using the jab, a shot I feel we've neglected a lot. Jonathan Banks added something, and Bomac certainly, as you said there, in the Liam Smith. You're going to have to be at your best at a fight of this magnitude when you know your opponent's going to be making those adjustments, going to be trying to be a better fighter, which Conor certainly has to. But yeah, he's doing the right thing in my opinion, Chris Eubank, in this fight.
36 now. Sorry, go on, Barry. No.
I tell you one thing though, Bomac, so Terence Crawford against Canelo showed the importance of a good jab. How a good jab can win you the fight. That jab won him the fight that night. And I think, as Darren's already said, Chris's jab will be key on Saturday night if he gets it right. So maybe Bomac with the jab might be all he needs.
And it was, wasn't it? In that first fight, there were stages in a lot of the rounds when Chris Eubank Jr. got behind the jab. He was having his best success. He was setting everything else up.
36 now, Chris. Not too many hard fights, but the last one was most certainly a tough fight. George Groves springs to mind, Liam Smith as well. If he does come through on Saturday, and he is the favourite to come through on Saturday, does he still continue? Does he want to still continue, do you think?
I think he will. I don't think winning a world title is on top of his list. So, if your motivation is your motivation, whatever that is, obviously, you can't question his motivation for the war he had against Conor in the first fight. So he has aspirations still to want to fight and want to earn money. That's his goal. I don't think he should carry on after this. I think because the hard fights take out you, but the training and making the weight is more, isn't that? And that's bigger on your body. You can't get that back. You're cashing in bits of your soul there that doesn't come back. So I think there's a point there where you start to get seriously hurt if you don't look after yourself.
Not to add any more pressure to Chris, who brings pressure on himself. If he loses, that's that then, isn't it?
I'd say so. Yeah, because he's been in some huge fights. He's made a lot of money, and would the appeal still be there?
There's a rematch.
Well, yeah, of course. There would be a third fight, sorry. But
there
after
he is.
that...
Chris Eubank Jr. is here. Looks relaxed. Looks like he's almost taking it in, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does. And
almost like he's trying to say something to himself.
Isn't he always like this, though? Yeah. He's always very composed, isn't he? Whatever he is, he doesn't lose his temper. I mean, have you ever seen him lose his temper? I can't. I mean, maybe he has. I've never seen him out of his control.
Well, the X-Slap was the only one, wasn't it?
Even that, he was creating a narrative, wasn't he?
And there's Conor.
Now, this guy is a man who lives on... Is very nice, isn't it?
A bit of flash from the grand rivals. Nigel Benn flanks him, Eddie Hearn on his side as well.
He's an emotional guy, and he has to fight emotional. I think he has, but to control that emotion can be the difference between winning and losing a fight.
Is that the danger where they try? Because I think everyone wants to see him box a bit. Do you must just let him go? That's who you are. Just let you go.
Yeah, we always say it, and I believe fighting to your strengths is the most important thing you can do. That's what you're good at. Do it, but you do need to add to your repertoire. You do need to change things dependent on the opponent. And going back to, would Chris retire if he lost his? No, he wouldn't. Barry said it there. There'd be a trilogy. There'd be a third fight, wouldn't there?
If there's money to make,
without a shadow of a doubt.
Eubank Jr. is going to stay around. All right, let's do this. Let's see both men walk on stage. Let's throw it down to your MC, Mr. Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, will it be repeat or redemption? Our main event this Saturday is a rematch scheduled for 12 rounds in the middleweight division. Let's first welcome from Ilford, Essex, England. His professional record, 23 wins, just 1 defeat, 14 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBA Continental Welterweight Champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn.
Conor Benn looking very dapper, very different. I've not seen anything like this before. Very, very different. Just for grand arrivals, I can't imagine what the press conference attire is going to be. I feel like he's been different this fight week, or this fight build-up, Barry. I feel like it's a different Conor Benn now.
Yeah, he hasn't got. Again, they haven't got to sell the fight. The fight sold itself, didn't it? The first fight sells this fight. I mean, he's beaming full of confidence, and I understand why. Even though he get beat in the first fight, he showed some really good qualities there. He knows now he can dig deep in a hard fight that he's up against it.
Okay, Conor Benn, here we go again. When you think about how you're feeling now, perhaps in comparison to how you did in April, just tell the world what's going through the mind of Conor Benn a few days away from the rematch.
Yeah, listen, I'm just excited. All the hard work's done now, ready to just jump in there and do another on him, to be honest, mate.
What feels different for you this time, do you think, and why?
Yeah, just better prepared. I mean, I've done everything I could with what I had, so to be here now, I feel more prepared. At middleweight is my first fight up at middleweight, so I feel like I filled into the weight nicely. Yeah, I feel good, man.
You have a word tattooed on your arm, Conor. That word is redemption. No doubt your dad's been on you already this week and throughout the build-up about what this means. Revenge, not just for the family, but for you. How much fire does that give you in the belly when you think about getting revenge and beating Chris Eubank?
Well, it's quite funny. So I've actually got redemption and I've actually got revenge on the same night before we even fought. So it's, yeah, it's quite funny. But yeah, I'm excited to go in there and just do what we know I can do. You know, I know I can hurt him, and I'm going to go out there and capitalise on the mistakes he made in the first fight and go out there and give the fans what they want.
Told us you won't be as emotionally invested this time. You said that's what went wrong last time when you came face to face yesterday. Though a few comments about a Rolls Royce that you claim Chris paid for when he missed weight, comments about toenails as well. When he is in front of you, though, do you still struggle to contain yourself at times?
Oh, I mean, listen, he ain't my cup of tea, but I haven't got to like him, you know, and that's that. But ultimately, we're going to both go in there and put it all on the line, and the best man's going to win, which I believe will be myself.
I do just want to ask you on a slightly different note. News formally announced today that Chris Eubank Jr. is going to become a father to twin boys. You've got 2 young children at home. Do you have any parental advice, perhaps, for Chris Eubank Jr.?
Well, first off, this ends here. The rivalry ends here. This is it. The Ben Eubank chapter's done. That's it, it's finished. So I hope you guys enjoy. As for the parenting tips, not really, mate. Credit to Victoria. She's the best mum there is.
Early prediction. Conor, how do you do it on Saturday night?
I go out there and give him a good beating. I go out there and beat him up. That's it. And you know, this time a little bit more calculated, still emotional. I fight with my heart on my sleeve. I'm an emotional fighter. If you followed me in my career, I'm an emotional guy anyway. So ultimately, I will still be emotional, but it's down for me to keep it disciplined in there.
Conor, we can't wait. Welcome to Fight Week. We're going to swap Conor Benn out for 2 very important figures behind the scenes. Firstly to you, promoter Eddie Hearn, and father, 2-weight world champion as well, the great Nigel Benn. Nigel, let me actually come to you first. What have you noticed in your son, perhaps different this time throughout the whole build-up in comparison?
Well, completely different. The first fight, you know what he went through, getting called a jugs cheat, doing all this, went through a lot of stress, and now he's completely been exonerated, been cleared, everything. Now he's in the right frame of mind. Well, that's what I like about him, is his mindset is the key. Before, he was all over the place. He was throwing punches from South Africa, Germany, all over the place. This time you will see Conor at his best if he stick with his game plan. Well, you know what's actually nice? The whole team has just been relaxed because of him. No stress, no getting angry, just absolutely nothing. Mate, what's gone on? The whole camp has been so peaceful. He knows what he's got to do, and the team is 100% confident in what he's going to do.
Just final one as well, Nigel. Look, I don't want to remind you, I'm quite scared to remind you, but the Benns are still searching for that win over the Eubanks. What's been your message to him?
But you know what, it's not even that. You know, I thank God for bringing Chris in my life and for bringing Chris Jr. in Conor. So, you know what, it's going to be a great night for Conor. I know that. But the difference is I'm just glad that, you know, that we've got a family just like us that just likes to fight. But I know we're going to be victorious on Saturday.
Okay, fantastic stuff. The great Nigel Benn in the house, and let's just grab a quick word from promoter Eddie Hearn as well. Eddie, Fight Week finally here. Feels pretty special. What have you made of Conor's energy so far?
I love what I see. Totally different this time. I mean, at this point last week, we were keeping him calm. You know, he was definitely nervous going into the fight. We probably underestimated the magnitude of the event. The event itself was so special. The fight was so special. And I think as a young fighter, what he would have learned from that night and how he would improve will come to light on Saturday night. I think we're going to get another tremendous spectacle. Both these guys are tremendously tough. Both these guys won't give an inch. Both these guys are desperate to win. And that's why you're going to get another classic on Saturday night. But what I see from Conor Benn this time is a mature fighter, someone who's had that experience now. The body looks completely different up at 160. And that was the first tough fight he's been in, and he wants more, and he's got so much more in the tank. This tank's nowhere near empty. The trenches have only just been visited for the first time. He wants more trenches, he wants more pain, he wants more volatility, and he's ready to do whatever it takes to win on Saturday night. And you've got 2 warriors in there ready to put it on the line. You're going to see another classic fight.
Okay, great stuff, Eddie. Well, that is one half, of course, of your main event from Team Benn. Team Eubanks will be heard from next, but first, back to Thomas Triber.
And now let's welcome, from Brighton, England, his professional record, 35 wins, 3 defeats, 25 of his 35 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former IBO World Champion, Chris Eubank Jr.
The Enigma, certainly an enigma, good fighter as well, backs it up, and has always been fantastic in this build-up. And I feel like the mistakes he made last time, particularly the weight cut, I think he's going to get spot on this time. He can't get it wrong twice.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him. It is for most fighters, but I think it's not making it. It's how you make the weight. So I think I think he would have got it right. He looks a lot healthier already, let's be honest. And I think we might see a better Chris Eubank. And if we do, it's going to be a harder night for Conor Benn.
Okay, here we go. Chris Eubank Jr, welcome to Fight Week Part 2. Firstly, congratulations in order. I think everyone who saw the clip of you and your father formally announcing you're going to be a father to twin boys, everyone loves seeing it, and I guess when you're in a fight week steeped in history, family and father history, seemed like the perfect time to let the world know.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, and I'm very proud and I'm very excited for that next chapter of my life.
When you made your entrance into the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium alongside your dad in April, when you made your ring walk alongside him to Simply the Best, you could see what it meant to you. But in that clip, when you gave him that news, where did that rank for you in terms of moments of pride you've had in your journey in life?
You know, this is not the environment that I feel like talking about things like this. Let's stick to the boxing.
In terms of the mindset, then, let's talk about that and the motivation. You've already beaten Conor Benn. You cemented what many thought was Eubank's supremacy in April. So what is the big motivation for you this time round?
I'm a fighter. This is my life. This is what I was born to do. You know, I've heard people, including my father, say that retirement is on the cards. You know, I should sail off into the sunset. It's just not who I am. As long as I have that fire in me to keep getting in that ring and keep getting in them gyms and waking up early, I love the lifestyle. I love who I am as a fighter and the way it makes me feel. So that's all it is, testing myself, giving the fans what they want to see, and pushing myself as far as I can go. That's the motivation now.
Conor says he's not as emotionally invested this time when it comes to this fight with Chris Eubank Jr. Do you believe him? What have you made of his energy in the build-up this time round?
I don't know. I've only seen the guy once. He was cracking some jokes when we were facing off. It's not going to be funny when that bell goes in a couple of days' time, that's for sure. But we'll see what happens.
He says he's better prepared. How's it been for you having Bomac back by your side in this camp? What's it given you?
Bomac is a genius. This man is, you know, he's at the top. You know, he's shown time and time again that he has that secret sauce. We had a great camp for the Liam Smith 2 fight. And that's why I knew that he was the man for the job here in this rematch against Benn. We got some tricks up our sleeve.
Bomac, why is this a relationship that works, fighter and coach?
Because we both got the same thing in common: win.
What do you see being the difference, or perhaps the similarities on Saturday night? How do you believe your man does it?
We going out there just to get the win. You know, if the knockout's there, he in shape to get it. But right now, we just worry about the win and nothing else about it.
Great stuff. Final one to you, Chris. I asked Conor the same question. You'll be asked this question a lot in fight week. But how do you see yourself beating Conor Benn on Saturday night when you do see the fight in your mind?
By any way, by any form, by any means necessary within the rules of boxing. Whether it's a first-round knockout or a 12-round war, Chris Eubank Jr. will defeat Conor Benn once again.
Fantastic. Chris, wish you the very best of luck on Saturday night. Thanks to you, Bomac, as well.
Work time, y'all.
Work time.
Work time.
I love it. Guys, back to you.
Work time. Chris looks like he is cutting weight. I can always feel like everything just slows down a little bit with him, but he also looks like he's ready for business. Alright, this is what we've got coming up for the rest of the fight week. Media workouts on Wednesday. Thursday is the press conference where I expect there will be fireworks. Friday, the weigh-in. And then later on after weigh-in, box raw sparring, which is going to be very interesting. And then obviously Saturday night, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, live on DAZN exclusively. We are going to see this story between the Eubanks and the Benns maybe finish. I say maybe because we know both of them have got kids now. So anything can happen in 25 years' time. I love it. I'm excited now as well. I was a bit like, okay, this feels underwhelming. All of a sudden, I'm like, okay, no, we're ready to go.
Busy, we've got the first event up and running, and then you get the real feel, the buzz starts, and yeah, I like what I hear from both. They're both fired up, obviously, so much pride on the line. This contest really does mean so much to them. It's a must win for Conor, it really is. Chris won't want to lose though. He wants to keep that Eubank supremacy that he keeps talking about. The stage is setting nicely.
What can Bomac add differently to Chris this time round that he wasn't getting from Jonathan Banks?
I'm not saying from Jonathan Banks. Jonathan Banks might be giving it to him and he might not be listening. But it's the consistency with the jab. Consistency with that jab will keep Conor Benn away, will keep him resetting, will keep him from fighting too far out, and that gives Eubank the opportunity to get that uppercut into play and combinations. A busier Chris Eubank is a better Chris Eubank. So maybe the fitness, or not fitness, conditioning to doing the boxing in spurts, I would say, would probably be better for him. There was rounds, those middle rounds where he took his foot off the gas a bit, and Conor Benn took advantage of that. But he did finish strong, so he does have a good engine. But I still think, as Darren, we both think the same thing. The jab is the key for both, and it's certainly for Chris Eubank Jr. to keep busy with that jab, and it be nice and sharp.
I think Bomac as well, sorry Ade, will install some discipline, you know, and keep him centred and get him back to what's working, and it is that jab, it is keeping the distance, trying to impose that size into the contest, but correctly. Don't get carried away, don't get clumsy or greedy, work behind the jab, bring the feet in, and at times when he was leaning on and throwing shots around the side of the body, around the side of the head, they were taking effect.
I'd say what he never did, and I think with Bomac they might do, because Terence Crawford does it, is set traps. I think you're trying to set traps for Conor Benn, try and invite him in, almost half show him something to give him an opportunity to make that mistake for you to really put it on him. I think if he can push Conor Benn back, keeping that distance as well without getting too short with the punches, I think he makes it an easier night for himself.
One thing Conor Benn did say is that this is his first time fighting at middleweight, last time in April. Although he's fought above the welterweight division for a few years now, first time officially a middleweight. This is the second time round. Surely there's things they learn from what weight is he going to be good at in the ring this time round.
Exactly, yeah. Look, he's not alien anymore. He's got a feel for it. He's got a feel for the power, the presence, and the skill. Experience, albeit it's only one. It was 12 hard rounds, and you bank that from it. You'll feel better as a fighter, you'll feel better as a person having that experience. And yeah, he's in a good place, and he's going to have to be in the best place possible, Conor, if he's to get the win Saturday.
We think of their dad's first fight back in 1990, and it was a war. I mean, they were trying to rip each other's heads off. The second fight wasn't that. The second fight was a war in some part, but more. I feel like it could almost replicate that a little bit.
It could, but
I don't want it to.
It could, but without being disrespectful, I think better fighters, better boxers, I would say, more skilled than the dads. So I think they understood how to go to them, so they were trying to be a little bit smarter. I think Conor can't do that, and I don't think Chris will allow that. He'll have to fire back. So I think it's just as exciting, because they're not maybe as technically as good.
Yeah. Conor's trainer for so many years. He was your trainer, Tony Sims. Doesn't really like to talk, doesn't really come and do all the things on stage. What would he be telling Conor in terms of mentally getting prepared for this?
And that's a big thing, the mental side of it, to keep your composure, don't lose your head. Again, I use discipline for Chris Eubank Jr. I think the same thing required for Conor Benn. He's going to have to stay focused, switched on, and listen to instructions. Don't let his heart rule his head.
Okay, 3 have become 4 in the studio. Chris Eubank Jr. has joined us just as we're playing a bit of Conor Benn as well. We had you up earlier, Chris, I will say this. So we're not just showing Conor here. Here we go again, Chris. The only thing different, I guess, this time round is the addition of Bomac again. You made that decision to switch from Jonathan Banks back to Bomac. Bomac was in your corner for Liam Smith. Was that an easy decision? Because Bomac was very good. I mean, you got a really good victory with Jonathan Banks. Was that easy to switch to Bomac?
I just knew that I needed a little bit of a different energy and a different direction for this camp. I didn't want to go in there with the same kind of strategy, and outlook on the fight. Womack is a master at coming up with the perfect game plan. We saw that in what he produced with Terence against Canelo. So I'm very confident, I was very confident he'd be able to do the same thing with me and Conor in the rematch. And we're going to find out if I was right in a few days' time.
The boy said a bit earlier, if this is a boxing match, you convincingly win because you're the better boxer, you've been doing it longer. If it turns into a fight, again, that's something you can win at, but you allow Conor to come into it more. Is Womack going to almost make you box a bit more rather than all the emotions of the first fight where you guys were just slugging it out?
I'm not going to tell you what Womack is or isn't going to do. That's for the fans to see on fight night. It could very well be a war. It could very well be a strategic boxing match. Tune in, you'll find out.
Chris, look, obviously you won the first fight and you did a lot well. What was it that you wasn't happy with the first fight?
I got hit a few too many times. Got cut. No performance is ever perfect. There's always things you can look at and know that you can improve on. And that's what this camp's been about. Rewatching the fight, picking the things that I didn't do so well, working on those things, and looking at the things I did do well, and improving on those things.
I've been lucky enough to cover most of your career, which has been a joy, by the way. But most of the time, you seem to you carry your own counsel in the corner, it feels. So now with Womack in your corner, and you've had the trainers who you've listened to, but I mean, is it hard not to just keep your own counsel in between rounds? Because you're so used to, you seem like you're so used to being in your own mind and figuring things out for yourself, but you're going to have Womack instructing you. Is that going to be difficult not to stick to a same pattern? Does that make any sense to you?
No, I understand. It's one of those things.
It's a habit, eh?
When you're in that ring, it actually doesn't matter what your coach or your teammates are telling you. There are going to be times when you're going to just do what you got to do. Yeah. And I have kind of gone throughout my career kind of using my instinct and my natural ability to get through these fights. It's been, it's been a task. It's been something I've had to work at, to listen to other people and implement what they're saying instead of what I just feel like doing. It's tough. It's not easy, but I feel like I've gotten better at it over the last few years, and I guess you guys will see how good I am at it now in a few days' time.
Is that a trust issue? That you don't maybe, is that, no, I don't mean disrespectfully, just that you just don't believe people enough and you just think, I know right.
It's not about trust. I mean, obviously, when you're working with certain trainers or certain people, you have an outlook on who they are and their knowledge as a coach. So, the more successful a coach is, the more you trust in what they're saying. But it's not really about trust, it's about the fact that I've gone at it alone for so many years. It's like, do I want to give that power over to someone else? It's very hard to do that.
Well, you've got one of the best trainers in the business to let him handle it for you. You've done that ring walk so many times to big fights, big arenas, stadium fights. Does it become the norm, or do you still get the goosebumps when you're making that walk, as you are going to do on Saturday?
There's goosebumps, there's emotion, there's everything that comes with what you would imagine walking through thousands and thousands of people. But I am able to block all of that out. I'm able to mask it. I'm able to not show anybody what I'm feeling. I bottle up inside and I unleash it on whoever's in that ring in front of me.
That you do. The build-up to this one's been completely different from the first one. The first one I felt was alarming at times. The energy from both of you, I was like, oh, this could go off at any time. There was security everywhere. This one's been a bit different. Conor's almost seemed to become friendly with you. I watched the face-off. Almost like he was trying to make jokes with you. Have you noticed a different Conor Benn this time around as opposed to the first time?
I don't think he was making jokes. He was trying to annoy me a little. He was referencing hoping that my skin a little bit. That doesn't work. But yeah, the build-up has been different. It's a different energy this time around for sure because we've already fought. I've already won. So that jostling for, you know, I'm man, I'm gonna assert my dominance, that's already kind of been and gone. We now have that respect for each other. Okay, we did the 12 rounds. We had that amazing fight. There is a respect there now. And that stops eggs being smashed on people and certain things being said before the fight. But once that bell goes, all that respect is going to go out the window.
Final one, Chris. I think you mentioned on stage that your dad and other people were saying enough's enough, right? Sell off into the sunset. When you look at the pound for pound list, and Usyk's going to be 39, Crawford 38, Bivol 35, Beterbiev 40. Do you feel like now at 36 you're still in the best shape you can be in to continue and have more and more and more fights for the coming foreseeable future?
With I was actually having a conversation about this the other week, and I don't know if it's because of, you know, sports science and, you know, and all these things which, you know, fighters are now using to where they're able to continue to perform at the elite level as they get older, or if it's just a weaker pool in the new generation coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's a mixture of both. But for me, at 36 years old, I'm still strong. I still have that fire in me. My father's talking about retirement. That's a man who's worried for his. That's and I understand it. But if you were to ask him, if he was in my position, if
he would still fight.
If he had the fire that was in my belly, if he had that at my age, would he have said no to a big fight? I don't think he would.
I don't think he would either. Chris, thank you very much. Okay. Congratulations as well, Chris, as well. All right, look, loads more to come this week. But remember, this will take place at this magnificent stadium, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Media workout. That's going to be fantasy. And we're going to see a little bit of stuff for people. But just to quickly remind you, we're going to have from Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. Here's why.
On the zone, November 15th, Eubank Jr. versus Benn 2. For over 3 decades, 2 names have been carved into British boxing legend, the Eubanks and the Benns. From the father's sequel in the 90s to the son's sequel today. The greatest rivalry British boxing has ever seen. Their first fight was a modern classic, a fight of the year contender in front of the entire nation with the world on the edge of their seats. And this November, it's the rematch. Chris Eubank Jr. looks to close the case once and for all, while Conor Benn looks for his revenge. The greatest families in boxing go to war once again on DAZN. Eubank Jr. versus Benn 2, November 15th. Watch only on DAZN.
Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA. EFL is more than a fight.